Harrison, let's just talk about last weekend. So before the match, were you having to wait around by yourself because you travelled there on your own, and obviously everyone else had got stuck? So were you just twiddling your thumbs a bit?
Yeah, I think it was just me, Gary Waddock, Matt Walker, the kit man, Gordy, and Adam May until about 2 o'clock. So we thought we'd just have to play five-a-side, I think.
When did you find out there was a problem? Was it a case of you turned up at the ground expecting other people to be there and they weren't?
Pretty much, yeah. I think Matt was liaising with Bonds, and then he kind of passed on the message, so it'll be a bit later. But I mean, didn't work out too badly, but that's what happens. The London traffic, I guess.
Yeah, it's amazing what gets thrown at you. And typically, we've mentioned it before, this Cambridge United side, you have got a bit of a reputation for whatever it might be, the unexpected, something annoying, something unplanned. You are very good at putting it all to one side.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time there's sort of excuses get used, and we don't like to use excuses because you can only control what you can control. And I mean, there's no point in using excuses. There's no benefit. And at the end of the day, we were still going to warm up for the same amount of time. Maybe we didn't have as much of a luxury in having half an hour more to change, but there was no difference. So there's no point making excuses. It was all about just ourselves and focusing. And if anything, it maybe gave us a little bit more sort of determination and make sure we put it right.
With this weekend, then, it's brilliant, really, that we're talking about, even now, you're within touching distance of mathematical safety. A win on Saturday, if you could get that, would take you a step closer. It's brilliant that with a good old chunk of the season still remaining, that you've got to this point.
Yeah, of course. I'm not sure many people would have thought we'd be in this position, which is a credit to everyone at the club. So we don't want to rest on our laurels either. We know that we've got 7 big games and we want to finish as high up as we can. I mean, obviously, it's not mathematical that that anything could happen in that sense, but we back ourselves to still get results. We want to sort of finish as well as we can and keep the momentum.
Yeah, because of the way the table's split, I guess the obvious target for you guys is if you can get that 12th place, isn't it? It would be brilliant to have a top half finish.
Yeah, exactly. And that's definitely the goal, we think. I mean, when you say to people you finish 12th, it sounds a lot better than saying you finish 17th or 18th or whatever. So you want to be able to say you're a top half team in League One, carries its own merit, and it's sort of something definitely we want to be aiming for.
On a personal level, for you had to be patient at the start, but it's really paid off. And I think since you've come into the team, perhaps just the Plymouth game in the league that you've missed.
Yeah, obviously Jack started his season really well, and Jack's been amazing this season. So I've had to sort of rest, sort of wait in the wings. It was maybe a bit the other way around last season where I was playing and he was sort of having to watch. But I mean, I had to just bide my time, be as sort of professional as possible, just know that my time will come, be ready and take a chance. And I think I've done that to a degree. I think played well. I think obviously the team have done well, and to stem the team's just been amazing and just enjoying every moment of it.
Yeah, when you explain it like that, it sounds straightforward. But I guess when you're waiting through that period and you don't know what's going to happen next, particularly as it was a new level, and I guess you'd have been itching to play some League One football.
Yeah, you always want to challenge yourself and see sort of whether you can make the step up. So when I was waiting in the wings, you just sort of, you never know. You just think, oh, is this just going to be what it is? But you have to just keep the faith and keep working hard, and your chance will come, and it's just all about taking it.
Yeah, and you'll be delighted, of course, with what's been achieved out on the pitch over the past couple of seasons. But on a personal level for you, one element that must be particularly pleasing is the fact you have been able to play so many games with the injuries you've had in the past, to have such a consistent run. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've obviously had my injury issues in the past, and the last couple of years I've really sort of worked hard on that, and I do a lot off the pitch to sort of maintain myself and get myself in the best sort of physical shape I can. Involves quite a lot of stretching and sort of watching TV with a foam roller, but I mean, it's eating on the pitch, so it's doing its job.
Yeah, and with Ipswich this weekend, is this a game that you've been looking forward to, much like some of the other big ones we've seen away from home this season?
Yeah, there's some massive games. I mean, even still to come, we've still got Wigan away, Sunderland away, Ipswich away, which are just amazing. But they're only amazing if sort of you perform on the day. We saw with Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, you can go wherever you want to go, but if you're not going to sort of turn up, it's not an enjoyable experience. So we need to sort of learn from the Sheffield Wednesday and really make sure we put a good showing and hopefully get a result. But I mean, it's as much for the fans, the players, the club. It's just amazing. So we just need to enjoy it, but you only enjoy if you play well.
Cool, that's great from me.
Harrison, how would you, aside from obviously staying healthy, how would you assess your own performance this year overall?
I think I've done quite well. I think there's obviously been tough games, tough times for the team and myself, but I mean, that's going to be expected at this level. There's going to be games which are very tough and sort of all about just bouncing back and making sure you're as consistent as possible. And I'd like to think over the season, I've been pretty consistent with my performances and made the step up.
Do you feel like that with the results you just got against Wimbledon after the tough run you had, do you feel like that continues to show the character of the club? Because there have been some matches this year where you guys didn't get the results you wanted, but then you were able to bounce back and get a key draw or get a few wins. Do you feel like the character has been building for the club the entire season, and results like the one against Wimbledon show that?
Yeah, I think probably over the last 2 years, Bonds and everyone behind the scenes and everyone at the club that works within the club have really built a great character. And see the players, we've got good people. It's not just players, but good people at the club playing. And that's part of the character. We just always want to bounce back. We never want to sort of dwell on a defeat. You want to learn from it. You don't want to dwell. And you always want to make sure you put it right in the next game. And I think over the past, like last year and this year, we've done that well. And so made sure that we didn't get on too bad a run at any point.
Mark mentioned that the first thing, even though you guys are not mathematically safe yet, you're almost all but safe. I know you can look at it that way, but do you feel, Mark mentioned that what he wants to see over these final 7 games are obviously get results and good performances. Is there anything that you specifically want to see from yourself or from the club as you enter these final stretch of games?
I think he's sort of hit the nail on the head. We just want to obviously results are key, but also good performances. We want to sort of entertain the fans. We obviously need to get the results, which is obviously the most important thing, but we also want to sort of entertain the fans who have been amazing this year and deserve to be entertained. And hopefully we can do that and mix the results and the performances together for a nice little mix.
Just talk about the fans. You just mentioned them. How key have they been for you both at the Abbey and away from home?
Well, I think at the Abbey, I mean, our home record speaks for itself in the sense that I think we've been very good, very consistent. And that's obviously a massive credit to the fans and the amazing sort of attendances we're getting. Fans always with us. There's no negativity. We don't feel any sort of tension within the crowd at any point. It's not like the fans getting onto us, and that really helps. So that's at home. And then away, it's just amazing to see everyone in their numbers singing all game long. I mean, even at Sheffield Wednesday, you can still hear them singing, and that's despite an awful performance on the pitch. So they deserve a lot, and hopefully till the end of the season, we can do that in some nice little away days, some good home games coming up. So hopefully they'll carry on in good voice.
Great. That's all for me. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Hi, Harrison. Just one from me. You've obviously been at the club since the conference days. I just wondered what you've made of the step up to League One this season.
Yeah, I think, I mean, aside from the fact there's just massive gulf in between in teams. I mean, you're playing teams that when I was in the conference, I was maybe watching them play in the Premiership. So there's obviously that. There's obviously players as well. You're watching or playing against players that you either used to watch on TV or have big names, and obviously they're big names for a reason. They're good players, so there's that real difference in quality that you see. You really get punished, and then speed of the ball. I mean, teams have got great players, but not only that, they move the ball well. They've got good rotation. So obviously there's that difference, and then there's the great occasions you get, which comes with playing away this weekend and playing away at places like Sheffield Wednesday and those games. That's what we've been working for the last 2 years and longer. So it's amazing experiences, and we just want to now cement ourselves as one of those teams. And it's a lot of work to do, but hopefully we can get there.
It's great. Thank you.